Up till now, they used to describe Edo as a civil service state. And what that meant was that most of the development efforts, most of the projects were left for government to conceive and execute. Yes, that may have been possible many, many years ago when government had the resources to.
Okay.
So if government wanted to, government invested in everything, in breweries, in laundry, in everything. But today that is no longer possible and that is, no longer feasible. However, government alone cannot be the only ones investing in the state. You need to attract private sector. And in doing so, you want to have an understanding with them that this is the basis for the relationship with you. We want to invest in agriculture. Government is not a farmer, but the investor who wants to come and do a big transaction in agriculture within the state would like some understanding. What are you going to do for me? What are you providing? What security do you give me? So you're going to a memorandum of understanding with the private person who wants to come or with whoever the investor, that wants to come into your state. So that's the basis for. Nobody will come in and just throw their money without reaching an understanding with you as government. So, people who talk about MOUs, they need to be educated. Okay. They grew up in an era where government did everything and government was everything. Yeah. So for them, MOU looks strange. MOU looks, but nobody who is going to work with government who is worth its salt, that will not have an understanding, and therefore go into a memorandum. Then after that, you can go into real contracts if the transaction so requires. Okay. So that's the basis. And that's why you are seeing more private sector investments come into the state. So because government does not have all the money to put into transactions, you need to give those people who want to come and invest the assurance that the investment will be safe and will be protected. We don't like to blow our trumpet.
Okay.
Ossiomo, for instance, is an MOU. Okay. For instance. The modular refinery is an MOU. That was based on an MOU. The Amo poultry production transaction we just went into a couple of days ago, I would say, is an MOU. So there's really been no major transaction that with the private sector that you've not had an understanding. And most of our transactions, as you see today, have not been one in which government has put its resources in. Government's resources and funding has gone into those core things which the private sector cannot do. They cannot build roads on their own. They cannot build, schools on their own. So those are the things we're going into. But those areas where the private sector can participate, we're going to an understanding, and we are seeing lots of them across the spectrum.